Hello everyone, my name is Edward and I'd like to welcome you guys to our webinar for exploring our winter intensive camp. Today we're going to be talking about a few exciting things. First off, I want to introduce you guys a little bit more to Point Avenue and our approach. Then I want to go into the specifics of what we're offering for this camp. Now, a very important thing during this webinar that I want to emphasize is the theme of growth and how Point Avenue has grown, especially to be able to offer this program and how we emphasize growth within our programs. So Point Avenue, we're still a very young company. We're just over 3 years since Point Avenue has started here in Hanoi. A big part of where we began was on the idea of resilience and grit. So this is the hard work, being able to endure challenges and to push ourselves to become better. Through this resilience, we're able to grow more. We're able to learn about our limits and push our limits. Since then, our company has grown a lot through our academic focuses. We've also grown in the people that we've brought on, the programs that we're offering, and just the overall approach to help more than just perseverance, but also with other character traits within our company. So I want to introduce you guys to some of our products. We have courses all the way from K through 12, so our youngest learners in kindergarten, through those that are in 12th grade and 11th grade that are trying to get into the right college or study abroad. So our course offerings from our foundational levels work as simple as a basic phonics or phonetic learning, but also go through English learning and go through enrichment courses where they'll study environmental science, they'll study coding, engineering, looking more at a holistic learning approach based on the child's interest and curiosity than just on their English learning. So one thing I want to emphasize about Point Avenue, I mentioned perseverance and grit and character learning. We are not an English education company. We are an education company. Again, we are focusing on the students. As they progress through our other programs, we do have more offerings that are more academic, but also more enriching within each of the different levels. So beyond these products that we offer during our normal offerings, we also have some of our signature programs, which include our camps. So whether it's a day camp or a leaders camp, we offer exciting programs such as this intensive course. Currently, our students right now are going to Halong Bay to study leadership, to go through, again, more academic rigor, to learn about global citizenry, and also to improve their health, their mental health, their physical health, and learn good habits. We offer these during the summer and during the winter, and we hope that you guys can be part of our signature programs in the future. So again, talking about growth and this idea of getting better and better, test prep is a great example of one of the areas that we have excelled in. So the growth of our students through academic rigor and helping them learn literally the grit of the test, through repetition, through great teaching strategies, through even the relationships they make with the teachers, we've had a lot of success. So a lot of our students score within the 7 and 8 band range for IELTS, and we've had a lot of success in SAT scores. Point Avenue, we have grown a lot, whether it's in our scores or whether it's in the character of our students. But another area that we've grown is knowing our students, knowing our families, because we care a lot about you guys. And this year, for the first time, we are going to be offering a very KISH specific intensive camp. So looking at the needs of the students that study at KISH, we designed a program that takes our academic rigor, but also our holistic approach. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that, but I want to show you guys a little brief introduction of each of our programs. Now, our programs are going to be running from January 10th through the 28th of January. So this is a 3-week intensive. We will be offering these courses at our Koze location, and we're offering both offline, and in the case that COVID continues in the way that COVID has within Hanoi, we're also ready to offer all of our courses in an online format. The target age for students studying within this program will be from 4th grade and onwards. Now, let me introduce you to our fantastic mentors. So I will be also teaching. I'm very excited for this course. But we also have Ashley. He's one of our academic coordinators and the academic coordinator for the KOSE branch. He has a lot of experience with working with students, but also with improving educational quality in any of the centers he has worked at. And we also have Mark. He was formerly a faculty manager at one of the major APACS locations here in Hanoi. He's a very passionate teacher who brings a lot of unique ideas, additional preparation to his classes to make sure his students are going through the full learning process through their curiosity and their own motivation. Honestly, he's such a fantastic teacher. I'm so glad that we have him within this program. Likewise, Tatiana, she has probably the most teaching experience. She's been in Hanoi for many years, teaching from international schools, Maya schools, with a vast range of experience in different English type curriculum. And she's going to be help supporting this camp. That also takes us to Amanda, which many of you guys may already know. She has helped us with a few of our different workshops. She comes with a vast array of knowledge through 2 different masters in various subjects. But she's so excited and teaches our young learners. She's one of our top young learner instructors. Finally, we also have Namta to support us with a lot of our test prep courses. He's one of our newer and younger test prep instructors, but brings so much passion and has already made a big impact with a lot of our students. A lot of our families request Namta because of his effectiveness and his rapport building with the students. So for our course offerings, we are looking at each of the different grade ranges within KISH. So whether you're in 4th and 5th grade, we're offering these specific programs and different levels within these programs. So junior, whether it's reading and writing or listening and grammar. We also have a book club, and this is offered at both 4th through 6th grade ranges. And we have this exciting course called Real World Problem Solvers, which is a very speaking specific course that I'll explain a little bit more later. If you're in 5th and 6th grade, you qualify for these other offerings of courses. So again, TOEFL Junior, but instead of doing listening and language arts or listening and grammar, we're doing listening and speaking because at that age range, they're going to be preparing to study for a lot more grammar tests. So we have a grammar and writing specific intensive course as well. And then if you're 7th grade and above, you qualify for our test prep courses. So within our camp, we saw the courses that we're offering, but within it, I talked a lot about our approach and our growth and everything that we do within Point Avenue. Academic rigor is very important. We want to develop their English abilities. We do want to improve their testing abilities, but 21st century skills, their creativity, their critical thinking, their communication, so much more is so important for our approach to our students. Again, you're going to hear me say holistic approach a lot because we look at the whole child and not just learning in that one mode, but making sure that they're learners for life. So whether they're going through vocabulary or grammar instructions, whether we're improving their confidence, there's going to be so much more that this camp is going to be offering than just a specific course that you sign up for. So our approach, we are going to be going through a wide range of topics. Again, this is going to be depending on the class that they take, but we do want to do topic exposure. So this has a lot to do with engagement and curiosity from students, which leads to their motivation within learning. So, whether it is a TOEFL class where they're looking at passages, learning test prep skills, there's still a level of engagement. They're like, hey, I know about this. Oh, I want to know more about this. It becomes a lot easier to test, and it also makes them more motivated to do more questions and to practice. Okay. Within a lot of classes, we also like to do hands-on activities, whether it's an individual activity or a group activity. There's a lot of learning through doing and through project-based learning that I'm going to explain in a little bit. And again, group discussions, speaking with each other, facilitated by one of our mentors, so they get as much practice as they can, speaking a language that is not their own. All right, so our first course, let's talk about it. We got our book club. And I'm so excited about this class because it's not just about reading and reading a lot. And that's one thing I want to emphasize is our approach to reading is going to take a guided approach to close reading, where the teacher and the other students within class will read through a portion of the story together, but looking for more. looking for more substance, trying to understand what the author is trying to do, have a deeper understanding of the reading together. Now, in order to do that well, a lot of times we need to equip them with the right skills. So another component within this class is literary skills and practice. So whether we're teaching them about metaphors or similes, whether we're talking about like dramatic irony or foreshadowing, we're going to help them understand more ways to appreciate but improve their comprehension in a deeper level with the readings. So these books here that you see are ones that we're offering for our level 1 course, illustrated classics for children. So many different stories that are, things that you might have learned or read as a kid that, are illustrated beautifully, but also written at the right lexile range so that students can understand at this level, but also, again, understand it further and deeper at those levels. Within our second level, we are offering stunt monkeys and undead pets. So they'll be going through these two, again, fictional novels, learning a lot about the characters, and again, the literary skills to help a deeper understanding with these stories. And then in our level 3 course, they'll be going Animorphs, and they'll be looking at a series of unfortunate events. Real life problem solvers, I'm very excited to introduce this course because we made this course specifically for this KISH camp. We want to look at, again, the needs of Korean students and ways that we can build up their confidence in speaking. The main objective, the one thing that we really want to take away from this course is speaking confidence. So whether that's speaking in front of a presentation or speaking casually with others, our objective from this whole course is to improve speaking confidence. So how can we do that? So one of the approaches that I really like, and again why I'm very excited for this course, is applying project-based learning. So our students will be doing projects, working together or individually on ways to kind of solve an issue. We call it a real-world problem solver because we're looking at real-world issues. Students are going to apply what we a specific method through design thinking to empathize, to ideate, to come up with ways to solve this problem. And they're going to present on these problems, they're going to read and learn more about these problems, but we're applying a project-based learning method so that they can speak on a topic that they know a lot about and they're excited to talk about. Now, as a result of this method, what I'm so excited for is that they're also going to improve their 21st century skills. They have to think critically. What am I reading? What does this mean? They have to be creative. Okay, this is a problem today. How can I fix it? They have to communicate. Hey, what do you think about this? I think we should fix this. Let me show you how we can fix this. There involves so much interaction and so much elements. Again, holistic learning. The students aren't just reading, taking tests. They are applying everything they're reading and they're thinking critically about it. And again, like I mentioned, another byproduct, again, we get to hit our holistic learning approach here at Point Avenue. So I keep talking about these topics. So what kind of things are they looking at? So you see this little block of cheese and you're probably wondering, why is there cheese on my screen? So cheese is one way that I like to approach just brainstorming or thinking about issues or thinking about support. So we're gonna be able to teach our students about cheese, but also go through different cheese topics. So let's look at the first letter, C. C is for culture. So what kind of issue related to our culture or what kind of ideas related to our culture can we be studying or looking at? And one that we want to talk about is our always on culture. We've done a few seminars based off of this, but this is something current, this is something now. A lot of us, because of technology, are always, like our phones, on, ready, available. So what kind of impact does it have on our culture and what kind of solutions can we think about? So H is for health, and for health we'll be talking about digital pollution, and this is a topic that we introduced in webinars before and something kind of important to us. E is for environment, the other E is for entertainment, S is for society, and can you guess the last E? Economics. So these are again different areas that we can approach a problem and different ways to think about the problems that are out there. So each day they'll be studying a different topic related to each of those letters. So we're going to go over cheese in the real-world problem solvers. Now, TOEFL Junior is the course that we're offering in our morning classes. So, TOEFL Junior, pre-TOEFL, and TOEFL IBT. Within this course, our main objectives for all classes is to improve their test scores. We want the score that they come into and the score that they leave to improve. And this is something that we are going to be working very hard to make sure that we're showing better understanding and we're proving that through their test scores. With that, an important strategy, and again, another objective so that all of this is going to be happening, is we need to improve their vocabulary and related testing skills. So they're going to be taking away skills that allow them to read better, understand better, and take it from our academic readings through other kinds of readings. And I mentioned academic reading because TOEFL Junior, or TOEFL IBT, so a big reason I mentioned that and reason why a lot of people like the TOEFL test is because of its global standard. It is a global standard. So what they're learning within this class, if they're going to be studying, in an international school, if they're going to go to the US or any English-speaking countries, they're able to study at that level, middle school level, with the same content, with this approach. So they're learning to be better students through a TOEFL Junior test. So it tests logical thinking and again their comprehension, but again, it's a practical academic setting. So right here, I have an example of a question that we will see on a test, and one of the ones that we cover with the students. So I'll give you guys a second to read through that. Okay, so question, what is this text mostly about? So if you pick D, fantastic job, you're on the right idea. So we're testing for main ideas here. So we're looking what is most common throughout this whole or the short paragraph, and how did you come to D? Was it just a feeling that you had? Or did you see something in the first sentence that stood out? Did you see something in the details that stood out? So we analyze and we look for those, and we help students justify so that they're getting the right skills to understand the passages that they'll be reading either within school or in the tests that they'll be taking. So I mentioned we're studying TOEFL Junior, pre-TOEFL, and TOEFL IBT within this course. The differences between these programs really depends on the level of the student, but the approach to each of the classes are going to be very similar. TOEFL Junior is geared towards the TOEFL Junior test. TOEFL 101 is geared towards the TOEFL IBT test. So let me also introduce you guys to our grammar and writing course. This is a between two main parts within Point Avenue. Our grammar lessons and practice that are internally developed and that we use as practice sets to improve our students' grammar, but also with this very famous book in Korea, and I'm sure you guys have seen this before. It's this 3800 book that helps prepare students for grammar test within a middle school setting. So we're taking questions and concepts from there. We're taking our grammar lesson concept, applying them together, and this is a very rigorous course. And your students should expect to feel like they need to apply perseverance because they're going to go through a lot of practice questions. They're going to be learning a lot in this short period as they take this grammar class, but there will be results. So let me show you guys our timetable. So as you can see, there's 3 basic timetables here. The first 2 are geared at our 4th and 5th graders and our 5th and 6th graders. They're very similar except for the main difference between the grammar and writing course that are aimed for our 5th and 6th graders and the real problem solvers, which are more for our 4th and 5th graders. The difference there is the level that they'll be placed into and the needs of those students. From there, our 7th graders and beyond can take our pre-TOEFL or TOEFL 101 courses based on the schedule here. Okay, so I hope you're excited as I am for this camp. So if you would like to sign up, if you sign up sooner, you can apply for our early bird discount, which is an additional 5% plus free shuttle to our Koze campus. If you can refer someone, you can also get additional 500K off for yourself and the person that you refer. As a max bundle, we are at 25% of our bundle price. So if you're signing up for another course beyond KISH Camp, you can get up to 25% from that whole package. So sign up now.